the problem statement is about COVID-19 vaccination, which is all the hullabaloo right now. So the problem is, let's say that the vaccine is out there and we have to figure out how much amount of time will it take to vaccinate everyone in India against COVID-19. Okay. So how do we go about solving a problem like this? Now, you could start employing a lot of brute force to a problem like this. Ideally, in a guesstimate, my suggestion would be to scope out a problem, especially when I have problems which talk about a pan-India scale. I try to narrow it down because India, and especially we're talking about vaccination, so I know intuitively and immediately that healthcare systems, capacities, and all of those things are going to get involved. I know that it's going to get extremely diverse. So let me actually try to make it as uniform as possible, scope it down very narrowly. Let's talk about one city, and I'll tell my interview, let me just solve this problem for Delhi. And then we can try to see how we can scale that problem up for the rest of the country. Mostly, they will not bother with the remaining scale up because with one city, you're able to show how you think, and they know that given enough time, you can scale it up for the rest of the country also by making certain assumptions. So make your life simple and say, just ask them, okay, fine, can I just solve this for Delhi? Okay. So with this problem, I'll not focus a lot on the initial questions, and the numbers are going to be largely made up. The idea here is to just to show you an approach of how you would do this. Okay. So how would you go about doing a problem like this? So you have to estimate time, right? I will basically use a formula, which is what is the total population of Delhi and how much time basically it will take to inoculate everyone. So let me work on the estimating the capacity. How many people can really be vaccinated in a day or a whatever? Let's work it in terms of day. Okay. So let's work with some basic assumptions. What will the capacity depend upon? Let's say on a per day basis, it will depend upon number of hospitals into number of staff members into number of hours they work into number of patients they can deal in an hour. That's it. That's, if you write like a formula very neatly like this, your problem is almost solved. So let's start filling in some numbers. So let's have a sense of the population of the city. So population is roughly 2 crores. Okay. So what do we have? Let's say number of hospitals is 20. Let's say staff per hospital is 20. Let's say number of hours is 10. And let us say the number of patients that can be inoculated per hour is, let's say, 5. So every staff member can inoculate 5 patients per hour. So the number, this comes out to be 400, 4,000, 20,000. So 20,000 people only can be vaccinated in Delhi. If I talk about the entire population time, so it's basically 2 crores divided by 20,000. We're talking about 1,000 days. Now, one way to do this problem more easily, the calculation is, I if you find I've never written like crores as 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, what I try to do is solve the problem in orders of magnitude, okay, in the scale of 10. This ensures that I'm not making any zero error. So I'll write my crores as 2 into 10 to the power 7. It's just something you can remember, that a million is 10 to the power 6, crore is 10 to the power 7, and a billion is 10 to the power 9. Just have them at the back of your mind. 10 to the power 3, which is 1000 days. Wow. So it will take about 3 years to inoculate everyone in Delhi if we follow this approach. Now, this is how you would solve this guesstimate in a very simple fashion. Now, what would end up making this guesstimate longer is that you would always take these numbers and try to have a discussion with the interviewer. Okay. Or the interviewer can introduce a strategy element that 1000 days seems too high. We don't have that much time. Somehow we have to bring it down closer to 100 days. 3 months is something I can live with, not 1000 days for just like one city. So how do you do it? You have to raise this by a factor of 10. So clearly you have to raise some of these numbers, either 20 or this 20 or this 10 or this 5. So let's start figuring out. And this could have been a discussion earlier also when we try to understand where these numbers are coming from. Okay. So you could have part of the discussion there and part of the discussion now. So let's work these numbers more clearly. Okay, just 1 second. Folks, just one. Yeah. So 20 into 20 into 10 into 5, right? This is hospital, staff, hours, and patient per hour. Now the question is, can this number be greater than 20? Well, I initially assumed 20 with an assumption that, you know, the government would want to keep this only for, let's say, super specialty hospitals. And they might not want the vaccine to, you know, get siphoned off, to get into the black market consequently. So the number of hospitals that you would want to have would be, let's say, only the super specialty hospitals. Now, each of these numbers, I repeat, is an approximation, especially the numbers at the very beginning. It might be very difficult for someone to change these numbers without, you know, in a perfect manner. So whether this has to be 20 or 30 or 40, I cannot give you a scientific answer for this. So you would just want to have a discussion with the interviewer and then figure out what's the ideal number. So let's say when I said 20, that, you know, this has to only go to super specialty hospitals, and I've now given my reason for it. That reason is important. The existence of the reason is important, right? That I believe that only super specialty hospitals are the ones essentially who would be having this vaccine. Okay. So working with that, let's say the interviewer tells me that, no, you've been too conservative. I get your logic, but we can make it 40. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So now already I had to use a factor of 10. I have used 2, so I have to somehow increase some of the other numbers also. So let's say, what about the staff per hospital? Well, the staff is already pretty busy, and let's say we can squeeze it to 30 staff members, but we cannot make it any more than that. Or let's say we can make it 40, but we cannot really do anything more than that. So I've gotten another factor of 2 involved. So I only have to raise one of these two by a factor of 2.5 and my problem is solved. Now let's say Can I do anything about the number of hours? Well, that's a strict no. Okay. You cannot do anything about this, let us say. Okay. Now, at this point of time, you could decide to get more creative. You could say, okay, fine. Can I get other staff members? Can I get random people? Train them how to use a vaccination, use them to vaccinate. Can I have people in 2 shifts, which will increase? So a lot of creativity can come into picture while building a solution. Now, a lot of us will end up having divergent paths at this point of time on how we solve the problem in the best fashion. It is really a function of the discussion that you have with the interviewer. Okay, so don't worry too much about it. Now, I'm sorry about the random scribble on the board. I have no idea how this has come up. We'll try to address this after the problem is done. Okay, so we've already sorted the 3 factors. Now the 4th one remains. Can we increase this 5 up to something else? How do you do this? You might want to have a discussion with the interviewer that I'm looking at 5 patients per hour right now. That means that I'm spending about 12 minutes per patient. So let me break it down. What's happening? Why is a particular paramedic agent spending like 12 minutes per patient? You could figure out, okay, and here I'm forget COVID, forget whatever. Now let's just, because I don't want to sound factually wrong, but let's say there's an imaginary scenario where some injection has to happen and people are taking 12 minutes. So you could find that, right now inoculation happens in a closed room. When people enter, they have to fill up a form. This form takes 3 minutes to fill. Then the process of actual injection and all the associated process is 6 minutes. Then they put up a cotton swab on their hand and they have to wait for 3 minutes further. Well, this is how the entire process is. So 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 3 minutes. What I have done is I've taken 12 minutes per patient, figure out that is unacceptable, and I've broken it down. Now I would probably have a discussion with the interviewer and say that this 3 minutes and this 3 minutes, can we figure out a way to do this outside? Let's say yes, we can. 6 minutes is non-negotiable. So we can probably then finally look at 60 by 6, 10 patients instead of 5 per day. And we cannot do anything better. So now we are looking at 1600 into 10, 16,000. So we're looking at 1,60,000 patients per day, which means roughly we are looking at 125 days. So 2 into 10 to the power 7 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power 5, 10 to the power 2, 5 by 4. So 1.25 into 10 to the power 2, 125. I'm just trying to show you how I did the calculation so that you can see how, even though it sounds scary, 2 crores divided by 1,60,000, but if you break it down in terms of the power notation, it's still not that difficult, because 7 and 5 get cancelled out and 2 divided by 1.6 is just 5 by 4. Okay. Now 125 is not 100, but it's far better than 1,000. Sometimes you might not reach your goal, but you might come very close to it. Okay. Then you can have a further discussion that, okay, fine. Now that we're stuck at 125, we really have to do something about the 10 hours. Or maybe can we increase hospitals from 40 to 42 or 45 and, maybe have better security there to ensure that nothing goes wrong. We can have a tracking system in the chip in the bottle so that, something gets done. You can come up with like 10, 20, 30 different recommendations, but you need to know what the recommendations are anchored on. That is where the structure comes in. Okay. So this is broadly how a guesstimate like this would be solved and how it would end up being like an execution or a strategy piece to change the problem around. The idea is to break everything down and have a discussion with the interviewer to build confidence on the data that is being discussed. Okay. So we'll end this case here.